Hey, fabulous eighth graders. Here's your video announcement for week 6, February 22nd through the 28th. You've got one lesson that is new to the unit this week on the 2000 election and a quiz to go with that. And then you have a review for the unit because we have our test next week. All right, so let's get into it. For the 2000 election, you're going to need to look up the vocabulary terms on your own if you don't already know them. And it might be easier to do it online. I mean, you can use what's in Buzz as well. Everything else is included in the slide deck. So I would use the slide deck for that. And you'll notice it guides you through. So we're going to talk about the 2000 election where Al Gore won more popular votes, but George Bush won the electoral vote. So again, these notes are optional. If you notice, tab 2 is really just how the Electoral College works. If you already know that, fantastic. If you don't, we will watch a video on it, and then we will work our way through the questions that are on tab 2. The second thing is to look at the 2000 election itself and to understand specifically what happened there. And to guide you through that, I found a video that's a really good recap of what happened in the election because you all, of course, it was before you were born. So ancient history, right? And then again, we will go through the questions that were asked in the fillable notes. One thing to note, I did put the electoral map from 2000 at the bottom of your notes. And I did that because the quiz and the test ask questions assuming you know how to read this map. So I would take a little bit of time just to take a peek at that. All right, so you'll take your quiz. You know the drill. You get 2 chances at it. The better of the 2 will be recorded. The second thing is a fillable review. So Buzz says you're going to do a discussion-based review with me. That's just not possible since I have 120 students or whatever it is that I have. So instead, you will do this review and I'll walk you through how to do it. So tab 1, notice Statue of Liberty is Foundations Review. Notice there's the Statue of Liberty. And all you're really doing is filling in the blanks. It's pretty straightforward. The second tab asks you to match a concept with the definition. And if you go to tab 2, you'll see pretty straightforward. You're going to click on demographic and then find where that is. And I happen to know that it is letter E. Easiest way for me to do it is to just copy and paste it. It's up to you. So that's how you're going to do the second part. And then the third section asks you to match different Supreme Court cases that we've looked at. And so it's sort of similar in that you're going to look at, for example, in Galt. So Galt matches with juvenile courts, right? And then you'll work your way through Brown versus Board of Education. Okay. It might be easier for some of you to look at what is down here, if that is better for you. The last thing that you're going to do are recap questions. So I didn't assign anything from tab 4. Tab 4 is all about being a good test taker. It is useful to go through it. I just didn't want to ask you questions on it, so I would recommend doing it. When you get to the recap, again, I personally like to be able to read things this way. So you're going to look at the question and you want to write down the correct answer. Don't write A, B, C, or D. That's not going to help you when you get to the test. So you want to record the correct answer in here so that you have that. Again, we will not be doing the discussion-based assessment. And by midweek, I will have quiz, a practice test linked in here going to quizzes. So that should be here on Wednesday. All right, nerds, have an amazing week, and I will see you in class.